I'll let Sid actually answer that question. It is a really, really great question. I believe it is Andre. Do you know? Oh, there's Sid. Woo. Okay. Please come up and help answer this question. The question was about, the first question was, I want to make sure I answered it correctly. It seems that Nextage has a setup as a multi-level market. And I said it's not set up as an MLM, but it acts as you being able to gain residual income off of its meter bill.
Yeah. So it has the feel of a multi-level, but it's not. But the way it's set up is where you can pay on the efforts of other people. So the way you make money next stage is 80% is based on your own effort, 20% on the team that you build. So 80% of what you do direct, deal with your buyers, your sellers, your renters, 20% of the team income based on the team.
So does that answer your question?
But it's not, it has the same concept and feel of a multi-level marketing. It's not.
Okay, so the 80/20 is true.
So they want you to, the model is you spend 80% of the time building your business, building your buyers, your sellers, your renters, your clients,
20% of the time improving.
and building your team.
Therefore, the income is with this time allocation, not the money.
Correct. So this, you get paid from residuals, you get paid $3,000 to $5,000, $7,000 a month based on the team that you build, and they pay based on direct effort.
So let's talk about the direct effort. You get a listing, and it's to make it easy, $100,000 listing, right? And based upon whatever is negotiated, the settlement check comes in to Nextage. What is the revenue split, commission split between the Nextage agent? Is that what you're asking? And the Nextage?
All right, so it goes from 50 to 80%. So if you're brand new, you have no experience, you got your license, you start with 50% split. If you have experience, you have done transactions, you have experience, you go to 60, 65, 70, 80.
That model is absolutely typical in most of your real estate packages. Most, I mean, I've never really seen it any other way. New agents that come in typically are on a 50/50 split, and then once they hit a certain revenue model, so if you do 10 transactions at $100,000, you would get $1 million in sales, then the brokerage may say, okay, here you, now you are $1 million quote-unquote producer, so now we're going to take you up to 60, 65, whatever it is that's going to be.
And then when you look at the next stage model, there's a couple of videos in the back end. There's agents that are earning 117%. But they're earning 117% because they have built a team. And based on the team, they're earning $10, $12, $30,000 a month. And then based on tracking up the 80% split, you get 80% of the transaction, plus you get the income on the other side. Five of those goes with
And that's what's so extraordinary about this model. There's no other model like that exists where you can create two different forms of revenue streams out of the brokerage. And having a team is amazing because you have listing agents, you have buyer agents, you have assistants, you have admin.
And it's not dependent on you solely. It's not dependent on you. If you're ill and you sit and go to work, you have a team that's still out there working and producing income and you're still getting paid.
You literally have women non-realtors.
It's a team that you build. And then within the office is a team. So let's say you can't come into the office and you have a client that needs service. You can maybe ask somebody within the office to say, Mr. Jones needs to go look at my house.
let's say that you have someone that you know that doesn't have a license and they want to get their license, and you want them to be a part of your team as an agent. We will provide the training and the education to help them become an agent, to help you build your team.
Now, one of the things that sets the break is people need to know and understand how to make money. What we're going to do is we're going to show an income calculator that they can set up how to make money. So you can put in your own income calculator, create profit, transaction, and it'll calculate. You can see the income calculator.
I'm gonna bring that up now.
Yes. So if you have a, you should do your own digital,
Right, and you're the investor, you're doing the saying that, you know, on the buyer side, on the seller side, you also participate in the commission. Does that mean that you get 50% of the commission?
yeah, so if you come in as a brand new agent, then you'll start off with that level, you'll be coded with that level. Once you be coded, and then as you do more transactions, then that goes up to 60, 65, 70.
But that's even on
And that's the thing about being an investor agent. Right now, as an investor, you utilize other agents, not people who give money. But this particular man will actually give the money. They use that money to close the cost.
I can share with you when I was at Laker here at Warren Foster as a new agent, I started out at 50% and we had to hit $1 million just to go up to 55%. But at the end of 12 months, guess what? We go back. And so it was really, really difficult, you know, and it also motivated me, you know, to get out there and be really, really, really busy, but we never had we could build teams, but we never had the ability to actually get compensated off of what other people did on the team. And that's what is so unique. Then when I went to Remax, and Long Foster also has admin fees and lots of other different types of fees that get deducted out of your settlement checks. And then when I went to Remax, you could either do a split or you could do a desk fee. And like I was saying, I didn't realize how expensive my desk fee was, and it was at the time when technology was really, really, really taking off. And I was able to work so much more virtually from home. And it wasn't until the end of the year, that second year, that I spent just over $25,000 just in fees, desk fees, and this fee and that fee. And I just had no idea that it was that expensive. There are no fees. You're going to have your MRIS fee as a realtor, which it doesn't matter where you go, you're going to have to pay that. MRIS is about $165 a quarter. And that's your ability to be able to get on the MLS.
And you know, there's
Then you have your errors and omissions, which runs what, $350 a year. I can tell you the brokerage that I have my license with right now, which is for short term because it is going to be rolled over. I pay a very large monthly fee for Maryland, DC, Virginia. It gets taken out of my credit card every single month, and I never go into the office. But I still have to have my license next door. I still pay those very heavy fees. I've never seen a model like this. And so it's very, very unique. It's very new. They are rapidly growing. You said what the fastest growing Fortune 500 company, right?
they're in the Swan.
So, all right. So here's the agent income calculator. And you want to go through this?
Yeah, we just do like an example. So when they say like how many sides goes in per month, so let's say sides meaning like you deal with the buyer or the seller. So let's just put it to yeah. So it says what is your average gross commission per slide? Just put in 3,000. And this is being very go ahead and conservative. split, just put in 50%. This is team production. How many size does an average agent close per month in your market? So let's say you have a team of 3 people. Just put in one.
But explain what a side is.
A side is like, okay, so you have a buyer and a seller. So if you have a buyer that you're representing that goes to settlement, that's a side. If you have a seller that goes to settlement, that's a side. So on the HUD 1, we're looking at HUD 1, we're going to be a buyer's agent, or we're going to be a seller's agent. Makes sense?
And that's called a side. Are you representing the buyer or are you representing the seller? In Maryland, you actually have, you can have dual agents.
On both sides. So just put in, let's say we use, in DC, well, in Maryland, let's just say average is $200,000 a transaction. DC, the average transaction is a lot higher, it's between $3, $5, $6, $7,000. For this purpose, we'll just use $200,000. What is the average gross commission per closed side? Just put in $6,000. How many agents will you recruit personally? Again, this talks about generations in terms of how many generations we have. So let's just say on your first generation, just put in one. And then let's say you come into the business, you meet COVID, bring Charlie to the business. Bring Charlie brings in the business, put in one name, second generation. And then so leave 3 and 4 wrong. Go down.
Those commission, that's the 6%. Actually, it's usually 6% total cost.
All right, this is totally negotiable in real estate, the commission split. Typically, what you will see is 6%. That is not guaranteed, it is not fixed, it is not set. It is always negotiable. That is a very, very important part of being an agent and a broker. And it's always negotiable. So let's say that it is 6%, okay? The listing, he's gonna be the listing of Charlie's house. He signs the listing agreement with Charlie to sell Charlie's house, okay? Nextage is going to do an agreement on a listing agreement for 6% with Charlie. But what they're going to do is you're the buyer's agent, okay? They're going to agree in the MLS to do what's called a co-op with a buyer's agent. So the seller agrees to do a listing agreement with Nextage. However, when the buyer's agent wins a buyer, the buyer's agent being you, now you're gonna get 3% if that's what's put into the MLS. It could be 2, 2.5, 4, 4.5, whatever is listed in that MLS, and the co-op is what the buyer's agent's going to get. So now I'm the buyer, okay? And I come to you and I want to go out and look at houses. And you notice, and as a buyer, you're the buyer's agent, you have the right as the buyer's agent to charge me a fee for the time and the effort. So you can charge me a buyer's fee. Now I will tell you, most buyer's agents do not do that. They will agree to accept their compensation, their commission, off of what is listed in the MLS. So let's say it says 3%. The buyer's agent. Okay, so now you have a total of 6. Okay, you have the seller, the buyer's agent, and the seller's agent. Okay?
Buyer side says 3. So that's up to the total 6%.
No, that's
Sales price.
that's of the total sales price. The house is gonna be sold for $100,000. Okay, so we list it, or let's say it's listed for $150, it sells for $100,000. Okay, so $6,000 equals 6%. $3,000 will go to the listing agent broker. $3,000 will go to the buyer's agent broker. Okay, hold on. Now, depending on the commission split that you have with your broker may do a 50% minus fees, minus all of that, okay? That's what you would get. Nextage is also gonna get 3,000, okay? And let's say that he is on an 80% split. What's 80% of 3,000? Okay, that's what he would get, and that, the rest will go to Nextage. Got it?
My question was, average person, that 6,000, 6%, whereas my average person was half, like, obviously, required 1.
But we're, okay, this example, what we're doing here, we're putting in here, it says, what is the average commission per closed sign?
Okay.
We're just putting in 3,000.
Right, so stop there for a second. He's the listing agent, so he's one side. You're the buyer's agent, you're one side. So if you take a $6,000 commission, which is what he did there, $3,000 equals one side, either buyer or seller. Got it? Okay. Is that clear now? Okay.
So this is 6,000.
Then this is, what is average gross commission per closed sign? So this is like, so for example, we're using an example, this is sales transactions commission, I'm using it.
And that top section is personal, meaning you personal as one agent. Let's say that you and Steve and I and Jeremy are all on one team. The average gross commission per closed side for the team is 6,000. Does that make sense? Steve?
I'm paying $4,000 to the team, right? And then I'm going
Oh,
to,
4,000.
I'm paying this money to join.
Gotcha.
Next
Just
Stage.
sign up to join Nextage, okay?
So I've got a 1-year membership in Nextage. Then I have to pay some more the next year to keep going. Because it's only good.
Okay, so this promo that we're doing today, you're not just getting Nextage, you're getting this Korea,
Right, I
you're getting
understand.
Brickfront, and you're getting Nextage, and the education and the bus tours, you're getting all of that in one.
But then a year has gone by, I'm doing nicely. Do I lose Nextage unless I re-up with a fee, or am I Nextage forever?
No, once you get coded, you're coded, you're
Right, so
inside
it's
Nextage.
lifetime for Nextage.
Correct.
Now, I'm bringing in Leonardo because he's a great guy, and do I have to pay for Leonardo? Does Leonardo have to pay? Or just because I'm in Nextage and he's an agent under me, there's no charge? What's the fee to bring this in?
Okay, so to get coded as an agent, Nextage charges $125. Now, what do you get for that $125? You get access to the TMS system, which is the technology fees. You get access to the back end, you get access to the marketing and everything on the back end, is what you get. Now, that's the first fee. Anytime you renew after that, it's $50 a month. I mean, $50 a year.
Now, you could be a really nice guy and say to Leonardo, hey, I'll pay your $125 to join, or you don't. But Leonardo would be responsible for paying that $125. It's a technology fee to get him, an admin fee to get him set up in the system, get all of his paperwork. It's a one-time fee.
And then it's $50 a year after that.
After the second year, third year, fourth year. And it may go away because they're still, again, the company's only 4 years old. So the company's still evolving and changing and modifying things that you're constantly coming up with new ideas. So right now, it's $125 to initially get in code. In the second year, it's a much less fee. And that fee stays, but, you know, in October, this was called new information.
And I don't need to keep bringing up other brokerages. I want to compare. So that's why I'm sharing that with you. So for example, when I was with the other brokerages, you want to know what my technology fund fee was monthly? Anybody? He just said it was $125 a year, and then $50 the second year, Mine was $395 a month.
Yeah, so and this is, like I said, I flew out to Canada, and I sat down with the top people from Exit to look at the Exit model. I went and spoke to the top people from Law Enforcement. I looked at Remax. I looked at Fairfax Realty. I looked at all these models. I looked at the fee structures. And I looked at what they charge and how they pay out before I made a decision to buy this company. Right? So my thing was like, how's it going to impact the agents? How's it going to impact me? How much money am I going to make? And how are my agents going to make money? And how is Nextage any different than everybody else? And one of the things that Dave Wild and Frank Schutz did, they looked at the whole 1721 model and how it was set up. They said, well, let's make it different. We know agents don't have money all the time. If you don't have settlements, you don't have the money. So they've reduced as much as they can, but still give you all the benefits and all the value, so you can still be a productive agent. So if you look at, if you do a comparable from Remax to Logan, if you do a comparable side by side, you'll see that this is the most inexpensive, with the most benefit, and the most value across the board.
And it's investor friendly. Not to mention, in addition to that, you're getting 12 months of coaching. You're getting one-on-one coaching. You're getting mentoring. You're getting to go out into the field and do live bus tours. I can tell you over the past 15 years, I've never done that. Is there any other agents in the room that have had their brokerage actually do the things that I just shared with you? It
That was
doesn't
one of the
exist.
reasons why I bought this. I asked Remax if I could do this thing. They said no. I asked Law Enforcement. I asked Exit. I asked, can I do these things? They were like, well, no. They wanted me to actually close Brickfront property down before I bought their franchise because they thought it was a conflict of interest. And I didn't want to close Brickfront property down. I wanted to take the value that Brickfront property has and take a retail model, which is, and then add the combine it. And this was the only company that allowed me to do it, and that's why I bought them.
And to dovetail on that, and this is, I'm just gonna lay it out there, this is a God's honest truth. I have worked with more contractors than I care to name. I have been taken from, I have had wonderful experiences, contractors are difficult to work with. And I can share with you that about 3 months ago, I found the dream of all my dreams that I've always heard is the perfect type of contractor that's licensed, bonded, insured. They have a crew, they show up on time, they do perfect work, they honor and guarantee their work. They even will front money for supplies and materials and then you reimburse them back. It took me a while to find them, guys. 15 years is what it took for me to find them. I can't include my husband. These guys are that way already. I know that because we've talked about it, we've done the research, and there's your GC right there. He's offering to the investor agent his team of plumbers, electricians, and will hold your hand through the rehab process. You won't get that anywhere. You won't. It doesn't exist. It's very unique what we're doing here, and there's nothing else like it in the area.
My basic philosophy is time value of money. How much money can I make every minute? How much money can I make every day? How much money can I make every week? So my time is my money. Right?
That doesn't mean that he's all about money. He's not. Why we're working with him is because he's all about family, he's all about community. And that's what it takes. But time is
But
money.
the freedom that you get through this, so you can spend time with your kids and your wife, go travel, go around the world, do the things you want to do. It's the freedom that I get out of this. So I can go do these things.
So let's finish up this calculator. But does that help Leonardo kind of understand how it works out?
Are there any more questions or something?
Yeah, Jeremy, and then we'll get to you.
Do you have any kind of data with requirements or
No. Unlike others. And I have very good friends that still to this day that are very, very good friends with mine that are managers of very large brokerages, and I'm not going to say their names. But I will tell you, I have been told firsthand, even last week when I had dinner with her, that anybody who didn't hit $1 million in a 12-month period, they were fired. Because those big corporate retail types of brokerages have extremely high overhead, right, Sid? Very high office building costs, very, very, very high overhead, and if they don't have people producing, they boot them. There is no minimum here. It's a great question. What was your name? I'm sorry. Robin. What is the commission split at Nextage?
Between 50 to 80. But if you're at 80, you're coming to the table with current business. You're an active agent, you're doing deals, and you're actually producing deals, and you've done deals, and you're a top producing type of agent. Because 50, you just got your license, you need mentoring, you need education, you need mentoring, you need those. That's at 50.
Does Nextage roll back every 12 months?
No.
So you're not dealing with a rollback either. And that really, for me, that to me was deflating because you worked so hard to get to that level, and just because you go into a new calendar year, we got rolled back. And that's one of the reasons why I left and thought it would be better for me to go to a desk fee, only to learn that I ended up spending $25,000 and was never there because I was virtual. And that didn't happen. So if someone comes in with a business, right, an existing clientele, existing customers, what is the minimum revenue generated that you want to see on their books that would determine 60%, 70%, 80%?
Well, okay, so I just had 3 agents come over from Keller Williams. One of the agents, he had 15 settlements this year alone. He's active. He's got 25 settlements in the pipeline that are short circuit coming up. So he's at an 80% split. He's active. He's producing. He's productive. So I put him at an 80%.
So you determine it. There's not like a set dollar figure.
Well, there's a formula. There's a formula that once you guys join, again, it's not. This is something I didn't make up. This company's been around for years. Dave Wild and Frank Schutz, they put a lot of thought, a lot of process into this. So once you guys start, you'll get exposed to all the legalities, the contracts. You'll get access to there's an independent contract agreement. Everything's broken down and it's explained. So before you come in, what we do is we have like what we call station 1. We go to station 1, we go to station 2. And everything's explained to you guys in terms of how the commission split, how it works, what are the fees, how can you progress, how can you move up. All this stuff is explained in the documents. You actually get almost 25 pages of documents.
But that's the step-by-step we're talking about that we take literally step by step. Even if you don't have a license and you want to come on board, there's no better time than to be able to get signed up, because I can tell you, Long & Foster, Keller Williams, Remax, and Top Tier we're talking about, they don't offer membership to District 3. They don't offer access to the national speakers, to the strategic partners, to the business coaches, to the Saturday classes. You don't get any of that. None of that. But we are offering that to you. So as a new agent, you want to talk about surrounding yourself with all of our coaches, all of the state-of-the-art education, and helping you get your actual license to be an investor agent. And access to a licensed general contractor. I'm a multi-unit commercial investor. Guys, we're laying it all out. All out there. So,
Is that a question?
Jeremy, you have another question? We got this question answered. Any other questions? Steve, I'm gonna throw a ball of paper at you. Wake up. Jim, wake up. Wake up. All right.
All right, hit play.
Click. Or Clint.
All right, so this right here will show you, and you guys will have, this is online, so you guys can go home and play with your numbers, it's all online. You guys will have access to this. So this will show you based on the information you put in. This is how much monthly generated personal productive income through the monthly. Okay? This is based on your first generation. This is how much you'll get based on your residual.